We mentioned our colleague trainer Tom Amoss saddling Lone Sailor in this 7th race. That is the 4-horse. A lot of challenges saddling a first-time starter. Check in with Tom now.
Hey guys, everything's going good. The horses are just getting to the paddock right now. I'm waiting on my horse, Lone Sailor. Remember, these are 2-year-olds. They haven't had any experience in a race, most of them. Few have, but for mine, this is his debut. So he's had plenty of dress rehearsals. He's been in the paddock a few times, practiced with other horses, even though he hasn't run. But sometimes they regress when the curtain goes up and it's the real thing. So I'm looking at him over my shoulder right now, coming into the paddock. He just hollered. That's not what I want to see. When they start making hollering and doing things like that, their focus is not on their task at hand, which is to run in a race. But hopefully that's just for the moment. And when he gets under this tree behind me here, we're going to do something called saddle him on the walk. And what we do is we want to keep the horse's mind on walking rather than being saddled. So the saddle will already be made up, and as he walks, we'll be putting the saddle on him, and hopefully that'll keep him calm, cool, and collected. But one thing about him, you won't see a better-looking one in the paddock.
We'll get back to Tom here in a moment. He's, I'm sure, a little concerned with how his horse is acting. He had told us beforehand when we knew we were going to do this. Horse at times could have been a bit of a bad actor. You can't prepare a horse like this, too, with the crowds he's going to see surrounding this paddock here at Saratoga. It's a lot to take in for a first-time starter, Andy.
Yeah, the first-time starters in this race are going to be the focus of the betting. We'll see if Tom Amoss can get his horse to the rail.
All right. Everything's going pretty good here, guys. As you can see, we're saddling him on the walk. He's been a good gentleman. Making a little noise, hollering for his mom a little bit. Need to get that off his mind. Needs to get the task at hand going. I'm here. So the task at hand, of course, is to concentrate on the race. Okay, good. Finishing up, putting the overgirth on right now, fellas. This is the last part of my job before the rider comes out and we give instructions.
So Lone Sailor getting saddled there for Tom Amoss. We'll check back in with him in a moment. Let's get Maggie Wolfendale's thoughts now.
Tom's horse, that is Lone Sailor. And I got to say, it's really neat that we get to see Tom doing this and him bringing us into the action here. Because, look, I've been around trainers my whole life, and a lot of them, they're superstitious, A. B, they want to just focus on their horse. So thank you, Tom, for letting us see all this. And Lone Sailor, he's an attractive-looking guy, that's for sure. Son of Majestic Warrior, they can be fairly precocious. Yes, as Tom alluded to, he is a little unsure of his surroundings. He's been the one that's talking to everybody and kind of stopping and looking for somebody to holler back to him. But other than that, he's really appealing to the eye, guys. He looks strong. He looks ready for a debut, Greg.
Maggie, thank you. Well, Tom alluded that he is a real good looker. Let's check it back in with Tom now on his demeanor as he gets ready to give jockey instructions here to Rajiv Mirage.
Hey, Rajiv, everything good?
Yes, sir.
Good luck today. You're on a roll. Keep it going. Look, this guy's easy. But the one thing he does a little bit, he kind of loses focus, hollers a little bit for this or that. Keep his mind on his task, warm him up. He's an easy horse to warm up. You can take him away from the pony if you want. Out of the gate, he's been a slow learner, but his last time from the gate was very, very quick. Let's try to put him in the race in some way, shape, or form. Sit and see if we can't make a run in this group.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you.
There you go, behind the scenes, and this is money time here as they get set for the big race. Keep it simple. Let the jockey do his job. Rajiv Mirage starting to heat up a little bit here at this meet. He had a winner the other day.
Yeah, Tom doesn't like to give instructions to a lot of his horses. He knows that this horse can run a little bit. The horse worked in the morning. The last work out of the gate was very good. Tom was very happy with it. He's close to the best, and he's getting a good rider, Rajiv, and he wants the horse put in the race, and looks like he's acting okay. Again, the workout reports in the morning have him working the best of this group.
Very interesting, and he's on the board at 7-1. Of course, Tom Amoss among the best in the country first time out as well, so he gets his horse ready to run when they debut.
So we get a little thunder and lightning in the background. That may be the sparks that are getting ready to fly in this race. The two acting up a little bit here, and that's the deal. Look, these are all young horses. When one of them misbehaves, a bunch can misbehave. My guy's been good so far. He's doing a little hollering, but other than that, he's kept his cool. He's not sweating. You'll see what we call a little duck butter between his back legs, but that's what these horses get when it's hot out here and humid. That's the two acting up. So ordinarily, I'll tell you guys, paddock behavior is carried over to the gate with young horses. Hopefully that's not the case with the two, but it's something to pay attention to.
Tom, your horse, he's taking some money and he's warmed up beautifully.
It's good to hear, Maggie. I feel the same way. I've watched him, and, we talked earlier. I said, don't hold back, Maggie. If you don't like it, you got to say. We owe that to the public. But he is warming up well. The field is acting well. Look, my thoughts right now are he passed the test in the paddock. He did well there. His warm-up was good. He's handled the pony well. All things we practice with, and so has everybody else that's in this race. But now it's time to see, can he pass the starting gate test? Is he going to break correctly? Is he going to break alertly? Those things are very important. Look, a bad break, it can be the end of winning a race. So obviously we're going to watch that very closely. And anything we take from this race that we don't like, we're going to work on before we make his next start. That's why horses seem to improve so much between their first and second start.
Yeah, important to keep in mind here, of course, that it is an education.
Yes.
Certainly can win first time out. And Tom Amoss is one of the best in the entire business at doing that. But you also learn from this, and maybe for next time, you get that education and move forward. Mm-hmm. And now you throw another element into the whole mix with a lot of first-timers. Yeah. You're getting some thunder and lightning in this rain coming down.
This is Good Luck Charm. His wife, Colleen, to the right of him, going to be rooting on as well. Yeah, we're all rooting for Lone Sailor. I hope he runs well. He's got his ears picked. He looks well. And I'm with Tom. A lot of these horses looked good for being out here for the first time, and the rain getting thrown in the mix here.